Well, good morning, YouTube. It's Ro here. Thank you for visiting Ro. If this is your first time here, I hope you'll consider subscribing at the end of this video. If you've been here before, thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate you. Today, we're taking a tour of the garden. Stick around. So I thought we'd start in the back for a change, and I'm really disappointed at what I'm looking at. If you guys recall, last year I planted 1,000,000 walking onions back here, and I'm seeing 10, maybe. Oh, that's so disappointing. I hope they come back. It looks like they've been chewed down, doesn't it? Like something's ate them. Yeah, look at that. These are all nibbled down. What would eat onion tops? Squirrels? Groundhogs? I don't know. Anyway, that's disappointing. All I have that I see is this strip right here. But I do see this lemon balm volunteer here. That's beautiful. I may dig that up and sell it. I don't see my Astilbe over here. I see this one there. Hosta came in nice. Astilbe. Big old weeds. Got a lot of weeding to do. Here's my sunchokes that I didn't harvest. And in front of there, my 2 containers of horseradish. In this bed, my lavender came back for the first time, and it's looking great. Oh, that smells wonderful. And these are just a bunch of volunteer onions. I left them. I don't have anything planted in this bed. I got a volunteer tomato here too, which is weird because I didn't plant tomatoes in this bed last year or the year before that, I don't think. Calendula, a volunteer pumpkin or squash or something. I don't know what this is. I didn't plant that over here either. A kale grax and another one. I'm going to start some more seeds for that. These are not looking well. I'm trying these out because I want to perennialize some. Some of them do end up perennializing in zone 6. So, and hopefully they're really good. Calendula, a random potato. And looks like I got some calendula under there. And then garlic. I am just growing garlic. I'm going to try to grow it perennially. So I'm leaving that in the ground, which is fine because I still have a ton from last year. Well, maybe not a ton, probably half my harvest from last year. Here's my thyme. Beautiful. Going all along the edge of this bed. I love the way it spills over. And these are my potatoes. Beginning to flower. You know what that means? The potatoes are forming down there. And I have a volunteer marshmallow here. This was here last year too, so I'm glad it came back. I don't know if marshmallow is perennial. Maybe it is. And then down here are a few things. I have this nasturtium here being completely shaded out along with my, what is that? Society garlic. That's what that is. Yeah, those potatoes are looking great. And I have another bed over at the community garden. So I'll have even more potatoes. And I think next year I'll grow all my potatoes at the community garden. Because you don't have to baby potatoes, right? Like, I haven't even watered this bed. Nature did it for me. So I'm just going to do that. And then that way I don't have to travel there super often. Not that I don't want to, and it's not that far. But, you know, if I can't get over there, I'm not obligated to, because it's kind of a self-sufficient crop. Here in this bed, I have my walking onions. These ones are doing great. Look how big they've gotten. I mean, that's like a stalk, a trunk. And there's some nice big bulbils, I think is the word, correct terminology for that. So I will be planting those. And I got another nasturtium here starting to take off, a tomato, some kind of brassicas that came from the garden inside the hydroponic unit, calendula, more walking onions. These are nice, really nice. Look at this one. Yeah, those will produce some big old walking onions. I put a piece of feverfew down here. And I got a tomato here, which is, La Vorgienne. Ooh. It's so fitting that such a beautiful tomato would have pretty foliage too. So I got 2 of those over here. More calendula. And this is the Aunt Lou's Underground Railroad. Got some mustards and a small piece of dill down there. And maybe even a celery plant. This looks like celery to me. Let me see. This tomato here is the Tennessee Britches. I got some peas back there. And this is an unknown tomato. I know I have celery over there with another variegated nasturtium. My Rosa Sharon came back. More walking onions. My tree lilies are looking really good. My other Rosa Sharon came back. This one didn't last year, and I left it in the ground. I'm glad I did, because it came back this year. And this one came back last year and did really well. Some more walking onions. Put a piece of feverfew here. Some kind of brassicas coming up. I don't know. I planted peanuts here. And the squirrels found them and took every last one. So I need to plant that up with something else. Yeah. Nope. No peanuts. They're all gone. See? They ate them up. Oh, here's one. Nope, they ate that one. Another nasturtium. And some pink celery. I grew that a couple of years ago. Celery is biennial, so I can leave that in this year, and next year I'll get some seeds, which will be nice. This is the kaleette. I hope this takes off. These are really neat. They're like Brussels sprouts, but they're kale. It's just a novelty. It's not, it's something fun. And here's another one. I believe, I don't know, this might be yarrow maybe. It looks really nice. It's coming in good and full. And these might be moonflower, although it looks like those got chewed up as well. But that's what I planted there was moonflowers. And another nasturtium. It's my apple tree, one of columnar apples. So they're looking nice. I have been spraying them, and I need to spray them today. Oh no, one got broken off. Phooey. This is the second year for this tree. Over here. This is also the second year for this tree. I thought I saw a fruit on here, but I'm not seeing it now. It may be gone. Yeah, looks like it's gone. So won't be getting anything off of that for sure. And then this was planted just, I don't know, 2 months ago. Tim put that out there for me. I got a couple tomatoes here. I gotta stop with these tags. You can't see anything on these. This is dwarf thong. This is a mess. But looks like my sedum that I planted here is gone again. Oh, no, there it is. There's my sedum. Autumn Joy. So it transplanted well. And then this is the blueberry. And I do have blueberries on it. That's pretty exciting. My first time. Yay. And there's another sedum right there. Here's my other blueberry plant up here. And this guy even had a couple little fruits. Maximilian sunflowers, gorge. Concord grapes. My honeysuckle. I had that contraption leaning on it to hold it up because it's falling over. It's so top heavy. So I'm trying to decide what I want to do with it. I kind of feel like taking this thing out and moving it over here and just winding it around there. I know it won't move anymore, but it's very sturdy and it would be able to hold the plant up. So I don't know. Far more sturdy than the bamboo stick I'm using currently. Hardy kiwis, Shasta daisy, my peach tree. This too is getting sprayed. I got a lot of feverfew popping up in here. Maybe some oregano, it looks like. Wow. At the moment, this tree is loaded, but it did this last year, and then it got covered in ants and some kind of sap or something. And I lost all but one. So I am, spraying it with the Captain Jacks, and they're still there, so I guess it's working. Rudbeckia. Here's another tree. I don't see any fruit on this one either. Oh, that's a shame. This is the second year here for this one. Or, I'm sorry. Yeah, second year. Shasta daisies. I put this thing in there hoping that I can get these to stand up and not look like complete weeds. I hated them last year. Down here, I see some more lemon balm volunteer. Yeah, I got some oregano here. Wonderful. Thyme in here. Castelluto Genovese tomato. Not doing well. Hating its life right now. I did prune my roses this year. I was very proud of myself. And I think they look really good. They're beginning to bloom. I am in love with the variegation on these leaves. Isn't that gorgeous? Wow. Beautiful, beautiful. And here's my yellow knockout rose. That other one was the pink one. This one's looking way better this year. Pruning is the way to go. It looks so much better. Even the foliage looks better this year. And then here, green stalk was all strawberries, but not all of them made it. I got a couple, but I was trying to fill the whole thing. I see a piece of feverfew made it here. A couple of strawberries up here on top. These are the Park Whopper and anything else I could find. Oh, here's a Florida Pearl. Strawberry. Hey, Cody. Hi, baby boy. In this green stalk here, I have some peppercrust that came back. Yay. Love throwing peppercrust in the salad, and it is perennial, but sometimes it doesn't come back. I had it at the old house and it came back for 2 years and then I lost it. So, you know, I guess be happy when you do see it, and I will be saving these seeds if I get any. Then on this tier, I've planted Swiss chard all the way around. The color on those stems is absolutely magnificent. This was a packet of rainbow chard seeds. Looks like they were all red and green. And down here I have a piece of coleus that I saved over the winter. It's not looking great, but it's not dead. Keep hope alive for it. And there's another one over there. I didn't start any this year because I thought I was going to be able to take cuttings. I mean, it's still early. I might be able to still. I shouldn't have put them out so early. It's been really cold here at night. Last night it only got up. Last night it got down to 36, I think. And a volunteer lettuce. And here I have a dwarf black wizard tomato. That one looks okay. Showed you my thyme and nasturtium, that sad little Costaludo Genovese. This apple tree did not come back. I'm sad about that. This was the white icicle. It was going into its 3rd year. Over here, I have some mustards that are going to bolt, and then a whole bunch of chamomile. Looks like some peppercrust came up in there. This is peppercrust. And I also had a volunteer tomato down there. So if it's what I think it is, then it's going to be the purple calabash. This is super ribbed, squat, savory type of tomato, purplish. And then this is the one I'm trying to turn into my perennial green stalk. So on the bottom level, I got my stinging nettle. On this second level, I have chives. Those I started this year. On this level, I've got feverfew. Some of these I started, and a lot of them are transplants. And I ended up with mustards in here somehow. And then in this row, I have perpetual spinach. This one's ready to harvest from. You could harvest it this small too. I just like to get more bang out of my buck. But I guess, you know, when you have 2 plants at different stages, you can try both leaves and see which way you like it. My winter savory is looking amazing. It was a little scraggly in the beginning there, but now it looks really good. And the Joseph's Coat Amaranth, growing slow, but growing nonetheless. Also, I think I might want to harvest that moss down there. That looks really pretty. I could put that in my terrarium. And then I have sage up here, which I believe, no, that's new. That's extracta sage. that more of that Joseph's Coat Amaranth. Looking really nice. Getting bigger, but growing very slowly. I am giving everything fish emulsion once a week on Sunday. So today they will be getting fish emulsion. I think today is June 1st, I want to say. Here I have some pineapple sage. Here was more of it. More of that extractor sage, and a small piece of dill got in there. Some sage here, and I think this is perpetual spinach. And this is some kind of brassica that just keeps getting attacked. They are really tearing this plant up. I come in, I wash them off, or I take the leaf off, and then before I know it, they're back. Here I have some dill and a couple of weeds. More stinging nettle down there at the bottom. This here is tarragon that returned from last year. It's perennial. I have that elsewhere as well. Here's another brassica from the garden indoors with some sage in there. That's volunteer sage. And sage up here, more volunteer. Magnolians morning glories. I hope those take off. I had to do those again this year. There was no way I couldn't. And then I have some dill here. This is looking really good. And this looks like perpetual spinach to me. Another one. I might go ahead and take this out of that pocket and move it over to the empty one over there. More perpetual spinach, I believe. Or Swiss chard. And my narrow leaf popolo, not loving life. So I'm going to start some more seeds on that. Chocolate mint. And a Castelluto Genovese tomato. So I got some African basil right here. The Nunum basil. Here's a nice big, this is from last year. This plant here, feverfew. I just love the way this smells. I need to harvest a lot of those leaves for tea. But I want to wait because I just want the flowers. I just love them. They're so pretty. Some more brassicas. I don't know. These might be collards. I don't know. Again, I took them. They were plants that I thinned out of the garden. Somebody is digging up my basil. And then here is a brassica that is not taking off. I don't know what this is. This is a volunteer. Might be shiso. I had red shiso growing in this last year. Looks like I got a purple kohlrabi here. That looks great. This is not all together planted up. All right, over here I have maybe collards. I don't know. Another brassica. And my lamb's ear. Those are looking good. Got some, I found a strawberry here. This one is either the Yellow Wonder or some other variety. But that's a wild strawberry, and it looks like I got another one coming in right here. So that's good. Maybe I will get some more strawberry plants to come back for me. I got nothing planted in there. Maximilian sunflowers, blueberry. These are gonna be so amazing. I just cannot wait for that scent. You know, you can make tea with this too, this honeysuckle. This is the peaches and cream. This is the most blooms I've had on this by far. So those are about 2.5 years old. And then these, I've been selling these. I've just been pulling up all these random feverfew plants and planting them and then selling them on the Facebook Marketplace. And then here I have a whole lot of it that volunteered. I pulled some from here, but I left some as well. Here's some more feverfew. And then this is a branch from the kiwi down there, the hardy kiwi. I accidentally broke it off, so I threw it in that pot. We'll see what happens. And then here is 2 more marshmallow plants. So I got one here and one here that volunteered. All right, and this green stalk, we'll go from top to bottom. I put some basil, that's purple ruffles. This is the Fino basil. This is the Everleaf Emerald Towers basil. We all know lettuce leaf basil. Looks like we got some fennel or dill here. And some kind of brassica and, I don't know, a volunteer. That smells like spearmint. Oh, that would be excellent if it was. Oh my God, that smells so good. Okay. And then I think we saw the purple ruffles. Okay, so then we move down here and I have the Muhari basil, another purple kohlrabi, cardinal basil. I love the flowers on these. These are big and purple. They're gorgeous. Some kind of brassica. Back to the basil. And it looks like I dropped seeds for this, a week ago. Baby cauliflower. And baby cauliflower, I don't see anything yet. We had a volunteer lettuce plant. That looks really good. This is confetti cilantro. Doing well. I've eaten it. It tastes fabulous, just like regular cilantro. Looks like I dropped some parsley seeds in there. I got another nasturtium here. Nothing. Then here I have another volunteer peppercress. I'm just gonna pull this out of here and move it to the other green stalk with the others. And a couple of days ago, a week ago, I dropped watermelon seeds here. The little individual sizes, these aren't big watermelons by any means. Over here is my oregano pot. I didn't think it was gonna come through, but it is. It's really mild smelling and tasting. So I'm on the lookout for some new oregano seeds. I want something stronger. Here I have rose mint. And some volunteer dill. And here, a lot of volunteer dill. And a couple of volunteer morning glories. It's the black Nolians, variety. And more tarragon. And another volunteer dill. Maybe I'll sell the dill too. I'm trying to make some money. So, not everything planted, but what I do have out here looks pretty good, I think. It's just been, like I said, it's been really, really cold here in the evenings. It's getting to be, I would say, 60s. during the day, but these 30s at night, I'm too scared to put anything else out. So, but I'm going to start because this week is supposed to get up to the 80s with temps in the 50s and 60s at night. So, and my plants are in desperate need of getting out. Up here, I threw some sunflowers. I transplanted some sedum up here. That's doing really well. More feverfew. And those 2 angel trumpets that I got from my viewer, my subscriber, they lived. I made it through the winter with those. I didn't have a whole lot of faith in myself, but I did it. And then here's my beautiful lilies. They are probably at least 6 inch taller than what they were last year. And I feel like there's more of them. I don't know. Is that how lilies work? Do they multiply like that? I'll have to check my other video. And here is a geranium I started. Looking really good. No buds yet though, no flowers. I have been propagating my prickly pear. I'm going to put some in the ground. I saw a lady on Facebook who's like, come get some of these. And she had it planted in the ground, and she only lived about 20 minutes from here. And she said she doesn't remove them either. I love the coloration on these. These are zonal, I believe. So when these geraniums have this coloring around here, that's zonal. And then here's some more of the prickly pear cacti. They look really good. They've been sitting out here in the rain all this time. So I don't know. I'm tempted. I'm really tempted. I got one lonely cucumber up here. I don't even know why I put that there, but that's the dragon's egg cucumber. I'm gonna drop some more seeds. I really wanted to get taste that one this year. I got the seeds from Gina over at Gina versus Gina. She sent them to me. Over here I have a couple of starts, so I am gonna try and grow okra. I got the seeds from Mike's Chaotic Gardening. I've never even eaten okra, let alone grown it, so this should be a fun experiment for me. But y'all know I'm always down to try something new. These are some bolted greens, mustards. And look at this. My white feather hosta is acting up. I'm just beside myself about that. But I did start some seeds for a perennial creeping cucumber, so we'll see if I can get any of that to grow. Fingers crossed. That would be really cool, wouldn't it? Up here I have a bunch of peppers. Let's see. And some more geraniums that I started. I'm going to say they're not sizing up because they're in these pots. The second I put them into something bigger, they'll do better. And then here's a bunch of succulents that I have. Deciding what to do with them. Look at my tomatoes, y'all. I haven't put them out because it's just too cold at night, but I kept them up here. And then I throw the sheet over them. And then this is, she sent me a subscriber. What is this? Oh, plumeria. And I think it needs a little nutrition. I just think I don't think the leaves are supposed to be this color. Here's some more tomatoes that need to get out. Look at that variegation on this one. Beautiful. And then over here I have some more peppers. I'm planting these in my green stalk today. They're going out. I'm tired of looking at them. And here's some more tomatoes that I need to get put out into the yard. Gazula 197. Sot Reloy. And then up here are my hydrangeas. I cut them back and I think they look pretty good. I think they filled out nice. What I would do different is I left the long sticks if they had any growth on them, and I think I'd rather just cut them into a shape, kind of like I did there, and then get rid of these long ones that's poking out. See, my euchre came back, and then I've never touched anything over here. And I don't think I'm gonna do it today, this year. I don't know what I want to do with this front area. I don't like it, but I don't know what I want to do with it. So that's gonna be, I'm gonna tackle that in 1 year, but not this year. I did throw a few peppers out. Don't know what that is. This is a sweet pumpkin pepper. I think this was some kind of paprika. I didn't have anything in there. This was a super hot. I think all of my tags are done. And this is a chocolate beauty. They are not looking well. Hopefully this coming week with the warm temperatures will help these poor babies out. All right, friends, that's gonna do it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe, comment, share, and I will see you all in another video on another day. Until then, happy growing, my friends.